Recently, something happened with me, and I was totally confused as how things are really moving in my life. Because the point is, we often come across two people we find who are way behind than our even own imagination and capabilities. And that's 100% true. No one is gonna be like so much invested in their life that they can be competing with you. They are way behind you in the race. But what really matters is that with I believe that with all the knowledge, with the mentality, with the ideology that you are having, you are not only supposed to go alone in the race. Because the point is, if you are competing all alone, then with whom are you even competing? Yeah, I totally get this point that it is always we versus we. Means like if I have to say it, it's always me versus fighting my own self. But if I'm always fighting with my own self and I'm getting ahead, and that's true. That's what I have done in my entire life in my past 5 6 years. But with that knowledge, with that competence, I always come to across to a thought that I should be teaching others because knowledge is not a treasure that you only bury to yourself and thinking that now I am the king and no one's gonna do something to me. Knowledge is about you pass it on to others so that they can even learn from you. And that's what I did in my past 6 to 8 months. I'm not gonna count to the names or gonna mention them, but I came across to around 10 different peoples and I helped them out in the perspective of life, regardless of which domain, situation, or type of a personality they are. But I held them out of generosity, out of the mental capability and the ideology that me having the knowledge, me having the experience, I should be the one to help them out so that I can build a better community. And when I really taught them things, I happened to discover a more depth analysis of my own self as well as on the human nature. And I'm here to discuss that through time when we are teaching, when we are coaching them what to do next in their life, we come across to situations that we even often wonder what should we even teach them. And personally, it happened to me every single time. And what that coaching experience really taught me is that life is never about you competing and thinking that everything revolves around you. If you know how to solve an algebraic expression doesn't mean everyone knows it. You have to come across to the basics, clear those basics, and then you are gonna step ahead. And through teaching and coaching, I discovered that I have to clear their basics. I have to really sit down with them from my upper levels to the bottom and help them out in those dips that you have to clear it out. And through time, I get to learn more about how basics should be formed naturally, how they should be predetermined, how should they really be the foundation of our pillars on our entire life is gonna be around. And through time, I gradually learn a lot. And in my experience, what really happens in the day, at the end of the day, we are gonna build better, but like best connections, networks. You are gonna get case studies in the perspective like through time you will be experimenting a lot, and then you will be experimenting on them while to know them better, while to teach them better. And through those case studies and experiments, you are going to improve yourself more better and better and better. Also, what really matters in the end was that I was able to have that self of accomplishment that regardless whatever I do in my life, when you are gonna change one single life, always sleeping before you are gonna have that thought that I have changed someone's life. And that change, that constant feel of accomplishment matters longer than we can even imagine. And that's what I do. That level of satisfaction is never gonna come with anything that you are ever gonna achieve. But the satisfaction of changing someone's life. So try to be as helpful to others as you can. Try to be available as much as you can because at the end we all are human beings and life is about building together rather than just being alone because humans are social animals and we are never supposed to be alone but fighting our battles together, and that's what nature and reality is all about. Thank you.